Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you what I make for dinner tonight. It is a very easy dinner. It's crockpot chicken. We have this probably once a week at my house. We serve it with rice, but we have also served it in a lettuce cup. Sometimes we serve it with broccoli. It really depends what your dietary needs are. This would actually be great with a cool Asian-inspired salad with some sesame seeds. You could really do whatever you wanted with this recipe. I'm going to show you today me serving it with rice. That's kind of the basic in our house. Sometimes we zhuzh it up, but for the most part, we just serve it with rice. This is a crock pot meal, so it is going to be in there all day, and I happen to be home. This is also great for when you're not going to be home all day either. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to make crockpot chicken, and these are all the ingredients that you need. You need chicken breast or chicken thighs, whatever you like. I prefer chicken breast, and you can vary the amount of chicken breast based on your family's needs, but you don't really need to adjust the amount of the other ingredients. This cooks in a lot of liquid, so I have 5 chicken breasts in there, kind of varying sizes, but I've done this for as many as 8. And then you need 1 can of this pineapple juice. I just buy this. If you buy the big guy, this is just 6 ounces, but I buy the pack of these cans, and then I always have it on hand for this recipe. And then you do a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. You could chop up your own garlic. This is because I am purely lazy. So it's a tablespoon, but I think that would probably be about 3 garlic cloves, depending on your size of garlic cloves. And if you don't have either, you can always use garlic powder. That works just fine too. Brown sugar. You need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Sometimes I even add a little soy sauce to it after it's been cooking for a little while if I don't feel like the color of the sauce is rich enough. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add my ingredients. This is my 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I like to put it in first, that way all the other liquids can kind of help it dissolve. And I do a heaping 1/4 cup. I do realize that. Here's my garlic. We like a lot of garlic. If you don't like garlic or a lot of garlic, you can reduce this or omit it completely. This is a recipe that I have been using in my family for years, and my family loves this. We serve it over rice. And honestly, this is the best meal if you don't have a lot of time that evening, because we actually cook our chicken in the crock pot and the rice in the rice cooker, and then we're all done. And that makes it perfect. Last is a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Now I like to take some tongs and just kind of mix everything together. And just make sure everything is coated. Now, I know that some people I have told this recipe to. Sometimes people, even after they shred it and serve it, they put some sesame seeds on there. But my family, we like things to be a little bit simple. Sorry, my dog has come to help. This is Moose. Moose, say hi. He thinks everything that I make is for him. I'm going to put the lid on my crock pot. And today, because I got it started early enough, we have dinner around 6. It's just now 12:30. It's close to 5.5 hours. Probably a little over, because you know I'll start the rice late also. So I'm going to put this on low. On low, it takes about 6 hours. On high, you can do this in 3 to 3.5. I prefer it on low. It just shreds so much easier. Sometimes we serve this, or I do, serve it with broccoli, some steamed broccoli and rice. That's good too. But most of my family just eats it with rice, and we love this meal. I'm going to let this go for 6 hours, and I'll check in when I start my rice. Okay, folks, I'm going to use this time while my dogs are outside when they're not trying to help. It is approximately 4 o'clock. It's been going since 12:30. I'm going to flip it the second time. When I'm home, I like to do this, but I don't think you have to do this. And remember how I said earlier that sometimes I like to put a little extra soy sauce in, like if the sauce doesn't look dark enough. I just put a little over each one and just leave it sit there. I'm going to be letting this go for about another 2 hours. But I will check back in with you when I start the rice. Okay guys, so it's time for the rice. I'm making 5 cups of rice in my rice cooker. We don't usually eat all 5 cups, but I like to have the leftovers for lunches, and tomorrow is taco nacho night, so if we do have any leftovers, I just reheat it for that night. So in my rice cooker, so if I do 5 cups of rice, I need 5.5 cups of water. And I went ahead and I salted my rice. You can kind of see it sitting on the top there. I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not. It'll mix in with all of the rice, and it just helps with the flavor of the rice. You can also do this with chicken stock, which is one of my favorite ways to do it. We just don't have a lot right now, so I went for straight water. And my rice cooker takes about a half hour to make rice. There's my 5.5 cups. I'm going to plug it in. Now, before I put any rice in here, I actually clicked it to cook. I actually sprayed it with coconut oil. It just helps it so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And it makes it so that we don't lose any rice from being burned. This is an older rice cooker. I've been using it for probably 4 or 5 years now, actually. So just got to treat it with a little extra love to make sure that it does what I want. Our chicken has been cooking here since the last time I checked in. Just gonna flip it one more time. That's it. So about a half hour until dinner, and I'll show you what I've got when we're all done. Alright guys, so dinner's done. Here's the chicken and the rice, and here is my plate. I already shredded the chicken and put soy sauce on there. I know that might be a little much, but I like soy sauce. Just drink a lot of water. It'll help make up for the salt. And usually if I have some steamable bags of broccoli, I usually mix this with a whole bunch of broccoli, and it's really good that way too. Especially if you're watching carbs. That's a good way to cut the carbs down, is just by having this with some broccoli. You can either do the steamable bag of broccoli, or you can oven roast it with garlic. That's really good with this too. Alright, enjoy!